Hey champions, I hope you're doing well and that you're having a great day. It's Friday. I hope you're excited for the weekend and you get a lot of time to sit down and play. Something that was really cool yesterday, for the first time in a very long time, I had the opportunity to uh, get on the road and visit a few local game stores, interact with people, but more importantly, see some people actually play Genesis. That was really, really awesome. So I was in Waterloo visiting Atlas Collectibles, dropped off the Patreon packages. So if you're someone who normally goes, picks up your Patreon package from Atlas, it is now there. And then we also went over, well, I went over to Heads or Tails in Brantford. A little bit of a far drive, but it was very enjoyable. And got there, and the store owner, Stevo, was playing Genesis, and there was four of them. They were playing two games going on, and it was just really, really cool to see people play again, to see some second edition cards actually on the table. I will make a note. We had one person who opened up their Patreon packs for second edition, and a few of the cards were not in the greatest condition. And we've talked to him, and I will definitely be compensating him for that by, well, just kind of rectifying what happens. But the one thing to understand when it comes to manufacturing is there's always room for human error, right? We have to account for that because nobody's perfect and people make mistakes. That's a whole other video I want to talk about another time. I also want to mention I did have the opportunity to chat with George from Comp Esports. I want to say Comp Esports or Compete Sports. I don't really know how to pronounce the name of his store, but really, really great guy. Had a lot of fun talking to him. We talked about Genesis, we talked about the industry, and we talked about business strategies. And one of the things that I was very happy to kind of get reconfirmed from him was that our business strategy, even though it's slow and it's going to take time and there's going to be challenges along the way, uh, it's a little bit more traditional, and it's not about a very, very quick rise to fame. It's about building that foundation one step at a time, growing things incrementally, and not taking any big risks that aren't worth it for the company. Uh, so there's a lot of games hitting the industry, and I wish them all massive success because I think this industry as a whole requires some what do you call that? Not revelations. Just I think we need new people, new voices in this industry, and having one company who's had a monopoly for several decades, it's great for them, but it doesn't allow space to innovate as much. I mean, North America were built as a capitalistic country, two countries, but at the same time, that does allow for competition, and competition breeds creativity. So I'm really excited for those other games to grow and succeed. I'm hoping we get the same opportunity to grow and succeed. Uh, but every strategy comes with its own level of risk, and I'm excited to see how things kind of change over the next few years. The last thing I want to kind of talk about is a comment from yesterday's video about Future League. Stephen leaves a comment saying, I'm curious from a business perspective, do you think Future League builds anticipation for a product? You talk about the benefits of Future League from the perspective of testing and even hinting a little bit on building a community on the weekly get-togethers. But what are your thoughts on a marketing perspective? So I am definitely biased because of my background. I've talked about my background a few times. I've spent 10 years as a software tester, and loved the entire QA space. I thought it was absolutely amazing. So my first thought is always about testing. What is acceptable level of testing? And that's one thing I think a lot of people don't give enough thought towards, is what is acceptable and what is a failure. Where is your go, no go limit? And then on top of that, it's how do we innovate that space and innovate it in such a way that we can be we can use that as a differentiating factor on what we do that our competitors don't. So, of course, I think of Future League first from the QA perspective. So I'm happy that that came across. And then the other side to it, and this is the community side, is that I believe that the people who, all the major stakeholders in a product should be involved in the planning and testing side of things. And that's where Future League really helps, because one of the biggest stakeholders are you, the players, the people who actually sit down week over week, think about the game, play the game, talk about the game, and you should be involved as far as you want to be. So if you want to be in a deeper conversation about the product, you should be allowed to be in a deeper conversation. But if you want to stay on a surface level and just play the game, then whatever makes you happy, right? But from the marketing perspective, I did not learn a lot about marketing until I started this company. And even now, I in no way claim that I know a lot about it. It's an ever-growing field, and I don't have the time to keep up with it. But marketing is a very, very interesting space in itself. And I could see why you hire people and all they do is marketing, because it's a lot of work. So from a marketing perspective, it does build up anticipation. It does help. It does allow some people to feel like they're in the inner circle, which then creates this feeling of it gives them something to kind of brag about when they're with their friends, or like, oh, I got to see that in Future League, or I helped pivot that strategy. I know a great story that JC talks about is how if it wasn't for him, Foresight of the Ancient would have been very, very broken in the gameplay. So, and they should take pride around that. The fact that they caught that and they were able to make those changes. I think that the Future Leaguers should take pride in that. But that is not the end intention of it. The intention of Future League is to make sure that the future product is of high quality, and it's something we can put our name on and be very, very proud of. So if marketing, if any excitement, any anticipation, any of that stuff comes out of Future League, that's a byproduct. That's not the goal of the program. So that all being said, I think it's a really great opportunity for anyone who wants to be more involved. We are in the final steps to putting that onto our website, so very soon I think it will go live. But besides that, please keep sending over questions. Let me know what your thoughts are. If there's anything you want to know about that you want me to talk about when it comes to the future of the game. I love the interactions we're having here. I've heard a lot of great stuff come up on Discord servers. So hopefully some more gameplay videos will be coming out from different locations, different content creators. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. But that's it for now. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.